In today's guide, I'm going to show you how you can turn customer feedback into fresh ad angles in bulk. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to grab all of those customer feedback, then how to use ChatGPT Work to go through them and create fresh ad angles. And then finally, stick around because I'm going to show you how you can make a factory like what you're seeing on my screen, where everything's put in a CSV and you can easily iterate through dozens or hundreds of comments from customers and create them to that many ad ideas. Okay, so first you're going to want to go to the ChatGPT app, and I am in a new chat here and I've selected it to work, and I've created a new project for this to work in. Now we're going to need to gather feedback. So this depends on what kind of company you are, what kind of product you have. You may already have a process for gathering feedback through something like Trustpilot or Google reviews, or you may do it anecdotally based on Instagram comments or Facebook comments. But the good news is if you have ChatGPT Work or Claude Cowork and you give it computer use, it can go grab that feedback for you as long as you're logged in to whatever account these are pulling from, or it could just be public information. So keep in mind, you could also mine information from a support inbox or Slack. Even if it's just an internal Slack, you can have ChatGPT go look through Slack for customer feedback. Oh, and I want to show you those first ads that we generated here. And for context, we've got a made up meal prep company that we're running this on. Okay, and everything is based on this spreadsheet. I always advise when you're setting off to automate something with AI, start with a CSV, that's a spreadsheet. And what you can see here is that ChatGPT has gathered 20 responses for a fictional brand from the different sources, pulled out who the person is giving that response, that feedback, and then extracting that pain point in detail. The pain point is really important so that our app can go and write a good prompt and generate some ads based on that. Now, if you don't want to go any further, I'll show you how to go through this full process just in a regular ChatGPT Work project. So we made that new project, and I just said hi because once the project shows up on the side here, you can add in some sources. So I'm going to just add in that CSV that I have, and then we'll be good to go. For gathering these responses, I would say make me a template for a CSV that gathers pain points on my brand's product and structure it like the one in sources. Just add a column that says source so we know where it came from. And that's all I would do there. And then I would say, okay, go out and tell it, go to our Facebook, it's in Safari, go check our customer support inbox. I'm logged in Google Chrome, or you can use the ChatGPT connector to Gmail. Go check our Slack and give it a goal. I started with 20 pain points, but you can do, I would say do 10, 20 at a time and then keep going from there. If you're doing this for the first time, you can probably find lots of pain point ideas. So now you should have a spreadsheet like this that's got a bunch of pain points with kind of the persona of the person who made the response, the frustrating moment, the desired outcome, and their primary objection. If you want to copy these exact columns, go ahead and grab it from the Rundown University. It'll be in the written guide. And while you're there, sign up for a free account. That way you can save this guide and come back to it later. Next, I'm going to say add a tab to the CSV where you turn each pain point row into an ad headline, CTA, and idea for the actual physical image. We're going for square images for feed ads on Facebook or Instagram. And quick correction there, I told it to just make a second CSV so it doesn't have to mess around in Excel. It obviously can work in Excel, but this is just going to keep it easier. Next, I'm going to show you something cool you can do. You can type / and then side to open up a temporary slide chat in the same ChatGPT Work project. And I'm going to say, hey, scaffold this folder so that we can use it as a factory to create ad variations based on the pain point CSV and the ad concept CSV. So we're building the framework here for a factory that takes pain points and turns them into full ads with copy and images. So just at a high level, whenever you're doing a project like this, it's a research, gather, then synthesize, and then automate. Automate is the last step. Oh, and pro tip, I created a project through the UI in here, but you should always create a new folder on your computer. Then when you create create a new project, select that folder. That way you always know where it is, and you can click the three dots here and go reveal in Finder and know where your files are easily. You can't do that when ChatGPT just creates the project folder for you. So you're always gonna have to go look over here. It's just kind of irritating, especially since CSVs are impossible to read. Okay, great. So now I've got a spreadsheet with the ad concepts. And now you can just iterate through here and say, okay, generate the first 5 ad concepts, do 2 variations of each. Make sure you organize them in the proper export folder and give them descriptive names that match them up to their row item in the spreadsheet. Oh, this is kind of cool. My side chat wrote a script for this. Let's just run it. So now ChatGPT is going to go through one at a time and generate these for you. But if you want to go further, once it's done this and generated the first one, you can tell it to build an app like this. It'll have great session context on how you want to use this tool and how your brand is positioned. And so I'll put the exact prompts in the written guide that you can grab from the Rundown University. But essentially I said, I want a simple web app built on top of a CSV that processes ad image prompts and turns them into organized outputs and lets me look at the different pain points in the UI. So you can import a CSV. And then the key part is we're going to throw in an OpenRouter key here. If you don't know how to do that, go watch one of our OpenRouter guides. It's a great way to experiment with lots of different LLMs all in one place. We use it a lot here at the Rundown. But basically, it's going to let us use the ChatGPT models. By default, it's got it set to some older ones, but this should be fine, especially for testing. And now it's processed by itself all those responses we got and created the pain point and the angle in the hook, and importantly, the image prompts. So it basically did what we did in chat, but in 2 button clicks instead of us having to talk each time. So you can get an idea of how much time you might save by following this simple process, doing the task once manually with GPT work, and then kind of making it a reusable asset using code. Okay, so our prototype's generating those assets now. And if we go back to our project where we were doing this manually, just talking to ChatGPT, you can see it's still working through. It will actually iterate through those, I think, 20 images I asked for, and you can see them down here. You can open them in a canvas view like this. You can do comments on them to give feedback. You can do multi-select. It's really about how you want to work. I think the main takeaway I want in part, and it's a big theme in a lot of our AI workflows, is automating something 100% to scale to do 100 things at once is usually the worst way to get good output. You've got to kind of fiddle with it a little bit until you get what you like, and then you can turn that into a repeatable automation. So for example, some feedback I would give here, these are great images, and maybe this one's good if we put some text on it, but I would say do 5 more generations with more visual emphasis on the pain point. So if we had already turned this into an app, I would have to tell ChatGPT to change some code. This is just a lot faster for iterating. So it's made that update to how it generates ads. I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, now make a simple web app that I can drop an OpenRouter key into, and you can use ChatGPT and ChatGPT image to take pain points and turn them into ad copy, and then also generate the image mockups based on that. Use CSVs to work the whole app, make it super easy to use. Make it so I can add the OpenRouter key right in the UI. And that's basically how you create a little baby AI app. Now, if you want to go even further and make this something anyone could use, I suggest you go check out our guide on ChatGPT sites that will allow you to publish this as a tool that anyone on your team can use. I think that actually works great with a tool like this because all you need is a CSV to use it. You don't need a complicated database. Your teammates can bring their own OpenRouter key, or you can supply your own for them to use, and then you can iterate and prototype on this really quickly. Okay, now that I'm looking at these, I think these are designed for me to overlay text on them, or to let Meta, which is a new thing, overlay its own text. I think these would do really well if we did them right. But the other thing I like about building these simple little local app factories, I don't know what that is everything stays local on your computer where you can see it, and it's not in some confusing cloud database. So these images are saved to my computer, which is great. And I'll always have this spreadsheet to come back to, and I can take these prompts and use them somewhere else if this stops giving me results that I want. Okay, so that's it. That's how I would go about taking 100 pain points from customers and turning them into visual ads. If you like this, let us know in the Rundown University community. Go check it out. It's really cool. You can share workflows and even be featured in our newsletter if you share a really good workflow. So as always, I'm Billy from the Rundown University. Stay frosty and peace.